since Tiny Archibald did it in 72-73. Had a player done that. And he did it with career-high shooting from the field, from three, from the free throw line. Knocks down another.
And Mike, I also want to say congratulations J.B. Bickerstaff and the Cavs on an outstanding year.
Well, 6-point game, 10.5 remaining. Mobley had it, lost it. Then they're out of timeouts. Mobley launches a three-pointer, nearly banks it in. Young the rebound, and that will do it. The Atlanta Hawks are going back to the playoffs. And they do it with an inspiring comeback on the road, led by Trae Young's 38 points. And a heartbreaking ending to a wonderful season for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So now Atlanta moves ahead. Not a lot of rest. They'll fly to Miami and play the Heat on Sunday afternoon as the Eastern Conference playoff bracket is complete. Again, such a crushing way to end for the Cavaliers. A marvelous season with so many young players, but they'll fall short of getting back into the playoffs. The Hawks win it 107-101. That's our final score. For our producer, Tim Corrigan, our director, Mike Schwab, of course, for Mark Jackson and Lisa Salters, and our outstanding ABC crew, Mike Green saying thanks so much for watching. Sports Center coming up next as the Hawks head to the postseason.
So the Atlanta Hawks, who went on a run last year to the Eastern Conference Finals, have to win a pair of games just to make it onto the grid, if you will, and they do. Welcome to the nation's capital. I'm Scott Van Pelt. Two teams' seasons quite literally on the line in Cleveland. Three things on this Atlanta victory as the Hawks advance to take on the top seed from Miami. Trae Young, not surprisingly, was the driving force in the second half. After a relatively quiet first half, it wasn't relatively quiet, it was quiet. He had 6. He explodes, and you could feel it coming with 32 in the second half. The Hawks bench outscores the Cavaliers in large part thanks to Bogdan Bogdanović. Key buckets when Atlanta was trailing in the second half as they're able to ultimately erase that double-digit halftime lead. Cleveland, give them all the credit in the world for what they did this year. It was a heck of a season. It comes to a disappointing end for them. Darius Garland has been so good throughout the year. This was not his best night. Struggled from the floor with the Hawks keying on him down the stretch. A 9 for 27 night. Miami, the 1 seed, and they are deep. 6 different players scored over 10 points per game for them this season. They also enjoyed the 4th best defense in the league. As for the Hawks, well, they can go. They can certainly light it up with Trae Young, the first player, as you heard Mike Breen mention late in the broadcast, since Tiny Archibald to lead the NBA in total points and total assists in a season. Trae Young, after that scintillating performance with Lisa Salters.
Trae, what got into you in the second half?
I felt like I was letting my team down the first half. I was missing some shots, and Bogey was doing a great job. And we were only down 10 in the halftime, and I knew I needed to make some more shots for my teammates.
Did someone say something to you? Did you have a conversation with yourself in the locker room?
Yeah, nobody had to say anything to me. I know the work I put in, the confidence I have, and I just got to go out there and show it and try to give it to my teammates and just make plays.
You guys did find out at halftime that Clint Capella wouldn't be back. How did that impact your mindset?
It just gave us more motivation. We wanted to win for him. We know, how hard he's worked all year and wanting to get into the playoffs, and we hope he's going to be able to bounce back and soon for us. But, we know we need to get this win for him, too.
Going back to the playoffs now, facing Miami, with the run that you guys had last season, how much were you able to draw on that experience to close this one out?
A lot. We were able to really slow the game down. We know the last 2 teams we played are kind of new to the experience of being in the playoffs, and so the game kind of slows down, and we've done a great job here recently of slowing down and taking care of the business we need to take care of.
Welcome back to the playoffs. Miami's next. Congrats.
Appreciate it. See you.
This episode